Now let's transition into a little bit of UFC now. So a few UFC events have happened since our last TWA2K. Now the more recent notable one was Poirier versus McGregor, in which Poirier won because Conor snapped his leg. And it was a lot of people argued it was a 10-8 round for Poirier. I still think maybe 10-9, but still Poirier definitely Conor put up enough of a fight. But what happened after was more the story, and that, like, I guess when you're on top of the world and you're shit talking, it's a little bit different. When you're sitting there with your fucking leg broken, telling a guy you're gonna kill him and insulting his wife, it's just like, I mean, it's just like, I would understand if Poirier doesn't fight him. I mean, Poirier is probably gonna fight him again because he wants a paycheck, but like, I almost think you shouldn't give him that, because you definitely don't have to. And on top of that, like, McGregor has looked bad, like, and I'm not sure McGregor would beat Dan Hooker, let alone fucking Dustin Poirier. And I'm sure Poirier wants to just beat his ass for the money. But I mean, I think maybe the MMA or Poirier needs to look at this and say, hey, him versus Oliveira is going to be a great fight. Ortega and Volkanovski is going to be a good fight. I mean, like, the UFC's just got great athletes right now, and I think maybe we should not care so much about Conor. Like, what has he done lately? Not much. He was great for the sport. He helped bring the sport up in the time where it needed it, and he was a great promoter. But he's getting his ass kicked right now. So how can you, like, and especially with all, like, his antics, you can't reward that, and maybe it'll hurt your paycheck a little bit, but you're gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid from fucking your next 5 fights. You're gonna make probably $1 million guaranteed, because Poirier looks good. The lightweight division looks good. You mix and match up any of the top 5 in there, and boom, I'm down. Now, I had a thought that of a sick scenario. That meme where Dana White's load. This will be a Dana White huge load. This would be a huge load from Dana White. Okay, so here it is. It's like Ortega beats Volkanovski, gets the strap. Next fight, Ortega Holloway. Oh, how sick would that be? You want to fuck Conor McGregor, Ortega Holloway for the strap. How sick would that be? I don't even care. I don't care that Conor McGregor, he can fight whoever he wants. Ultimately, Khabib was fucking proven the champ. Islam looks great. It looks really great. And Khabib, Conor may have had a lot of short-term fame and a lot of money, but Khabib has the respect, and Khabib has the respect of the fighters and the respect of the community, and Khabib can go on teaching his fight strategies, because clearly they're working out. Anybody in his camp does exactly what Khabib does, and they're turning into winners. So who's Conor turning into a winner? All he's doing is running his mouth and helping himself. And ultimately, at the end of the day, Conor had got big paydays, but Khabib has respect, and respect will make sure he gets paid until the day he dies. And on top of that, what Conor said about fucking COVID and Khabib's father was absolutely disgusting. I don't know how you can stick up for this guy at this point. Just let him be alone in his own little world. He's making an embarrassment of himself, and he needs to just shut the fuck up and stop, because he was great during the second Poirier one, because he got humbled and a few times, and he was a little more humble and had a little more humility. Then after he lost, it just became excuses, and you just look ridiculous when you're sitting with a snapped leg talking about how you're gonna fucking kill someone in their sleep, getting carried out on a stretcher. And so more recently we had the Dillashaw comeback, which was fucking fantastic. Now Sandhagan, I guess if I had to score the fight, I think I would have had Sandhagan winning, because I had Cody Sandhagan in 1, 2, 3, 4, but I felt the fifth could have gone either way. Like, I wasn't super impressed with Sandhagan. Like, he didn't really try and empty the tank until like late in the fifth, and try and really go like hard for knocking TJ out until it was too late. And TJ was controlling the pace of the fight a lot. Like, I didn't hate the decision. I thought, and I had Sandhagan winning 48-47, but I mean, like, I did that with, like, plugging my nose and trying to pick a winner of the fifth. But it's good to see TJ Dillashaw back. That division is stacked, and there's a lot of good fights you can make. There's a lot of good mixing and matching that you can have from that. And Sandhagan can, when somebody is a little too careless and leaves their chin open, Sandhagan can put you out. But when somebody who's fighting more smarter and controlling the pace and pushing the pace, you've seen Sandhagan have a little bit of trouble with that. But regardless, I think I'm interested to see a rematch. I'm interested to see TJ Dillashaw fighting somebody else again. I guess we're going to have Chandler Gaethje, which that should be incredible. Oh, but the other fight on that card, there was another fight on that card. Which one was it? The Maverick versus Barber, where the judges completely fucking butchered the decision. Like, I don't know what they were watching. I don't know what fight they were watching, where Maverick obviously won the first 2 rounds, and Barber put it on in the third, but everyone could agree who watched the fight that that Maverick had won the first 2 rounds, but somehow Barber won 28-29 on a split decision when she only won the third round. Like, I do not know, like, how you give any of the first 2 rounds to Barber, like, based on, like, Maverick, definitely not the first, but the second you give to Barber, for how? She didn't do anything. Like, and I know you have to give the third to her, but Barber's down 2 rounds. She's got to knock her out. And that wasn't even the last. There was another fucking fight where they completely fucking butchered the result. Goldie, I thought, won. Who's the other one? The Paiva Phillips one. I thought that was a draw. I thought that it was a 10-8 for Phillips, and that Paiva 10-9 for the next 2. So I had that as a draw, and I think a lot of people felt the same, where Phillips 10-8'd him in the first round, and Paiva 10-9'd him the next 2. So I had that. Now, let me say something also is that I find that sometimes the second fights are amazing, and that why these aren't 5 round fights. It doesn't like why does it have to be for a strap in order for it to be a 5 round fight? Like Phillips and Paiva, if that was 5 rounds, that would have been 5 rounds of pure fucking amazing fighting. Like that. It was a disappointment that couldn't have had 5 rounds. And I think the co-main, so the second to the main event, should always be 5 rounds. It doesn't matter if it's for a strap or some legacy fight or whatever. Regardless, should always be 5 rounds, because there's enough talent in the UFC where you can, I mean, schedule at least some semblance of a 5 round worthy fight for your second fight, regardless of whether it's for the title or not. Okay, so we just had Hall versus Strickland wrap up. Not really the most notable card. The last fights were kind of good, but yeah. Hall just got murked by Strickland, completely fucking outclassed him. Strickland for the middleweight is good enough fight card. It's definitely, it's not official UFC, but good enough for a fight night. And like I said, like the UFC has more than enough talent to compensate for having the second to last fight be 5 rounders, and it should be.